the 29 most beautiful wedding tiara of royalty of all time. We talk about the wedding diadems worn by the late Queen and the Princess of Wales on significant days, starting from the Cartier halo tiara of the Princess of Wales and ending with the tiara of Queen Mary. Princess Amon. We were simply enchanted by the wedding look of Princess Amon of Jordan. The bride married Jamil Alexander Termiotis in March 2023 in an elegant Dior wedding gown with lace décolletage and long sleeves with cuffs. Many expected the bride to wear a diamond tiara belonging to her mother, Queen Rania, but she ultimately chose an exquisite royal wedding tiara from Chomet. Although the name of her crown has not been confirmed, it is believed that Princess Amon's wedding tiara may have been borrowed or gifted by her grandmother, Princess Muna. Princess Beatrice. Several elements of Princess Beatrice's wedding outfit were categorized as something borrowed, but perhaps the most striking was her choice of tiara. Queen Elizabeth lent her granddaughter the Queen Mary fringe tiara, the very sparkling accessory she wore on her own wedding day in 1947. Lady Gabriella Windsor. To complete her wedding look, Gabriella chose a diamond fringe tiara, often referred to as the Kent City of London fringe tiara. Princess Eugenie. On her wedding day, Eugenie wore the Greville Emerald Kokoshnik tiara, which was lent to her by her grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. The diadem was created in 1919 by Boucheron for Margaret Greville, a British socialite and philanthropist. When Greville died in 1942, she bequeathed the tiara to the Queen Mother. The magnificent central emerald of the diadem weighs 93.7 carats. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. On her wedding day, Meghan wore the stunning tiara of Queen Mary. The Queen Mary's bandeau tiara belonged to the Queen's grandmother, Queen Mary. The central stone is a brooch made of 10 diamonds, which was gifted to Mary of Teck in 1893. In 1932, the tiara was specifically made in diamonds and platinum for this brooch. The tiara was bequeathed to Elizabeth after the death of Queen Mary in 1953. Zara Tindall. Zara wore a Greek diadem with a key pattern. The tiara, which is kept in the collection of Princess and is one of her favorites, once belonged to Prince Philip's mother, Princess Andrew of Greece. It is often referred to as Princess Andrew's meander tiara. Kate, Duchess of Cambridge. At her wedding to Prince William in 2011, Kate wore the Cartier halo tiara, also known as the Cartier scroll tiara. It was lent to the Duchess by Queen Elizabeth II. The tiara was purchased by Elizabeth's father, King George VI, for his wife, the Queen Mother, in 1936. The Queen Mother gifted the magnificent tiara to Elizabeth on her 18th birthday. Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden. On her wedding day, Victoria wore the same headpiece that her mother, Queen Sylvia, and her father's sisters, Princess Birgitta and Desiree, wore on their wedding days. The cameo tiara, a relic of the Swedish royal family. It is one of the oldest diadems. This royal wedding tiara is believed to have been gifted to Empress Josephine de Beauharnais by her husband, Napoleon Bonaparte, in the early 1800s and has since been passed down through several royal families. Princess Madeleine. Victoria's sister, Princess Madeleine, did not follow her family's wedding tradition of wearing the cameo tiara when she married Christopher O'Neill in 2013. Instead, she opted to wear the royal tiara that she is most often seen in public wearing. The modern fringe tiara. It was gifted by King Carl XVI Gustav to Queen Sylvia in 1986 for their 10th wedding anniversary and is referred to as a private tiara, meaning it has not been inherited, and the word fringe indicates that it can be worn as a necklace. It is also claimed that the tiara has remained in Princess Madeleine's possession since her wedding day. It is possible that her daughter, Princess Leonor, will also wear it on her wedding day in a few years to come. Queen Letizia of Spain. Letizia wore the Prussian tiara, a stunning headpiece created by the German jeweler Koch for Princess Victoria Louise of Prussia, a gift from her father, Kaiser Wilhelm II, on her wedding day in 1913. It passed from the Greek royal family to the Spanish through marriage, and Queen Sophia of Spain, who wore it on her own wedding day, lent it to her daughter-in-law, Letizia, for her marriage to King Felipe VI in 2003. Queen Maxima. For her wedding to Prince Willem Alexander of the Netherlands, now king, Princess Maxima chose to wear the pearl button tiara. This tiara originated from brooches worn by Queen Sophie, which were combined into a headpiece first worn in 1965. Traditionally, the pearl button tiara features 5 buttons of diamonds and pearls on a diamond ribbon, hence the name. However, on her wedding day, Queen Maxima replaced the pearls with diamond stars from the family's collection of jewels. Autumn Kelly. Autumn married Peter Phillips, the son of Princess, and wearing the festoon tiara, which was gifted to and in 1973 by the Worldwide Shipping Group, and often wears this elegant diamond tiara and lent it to her new daughter-in-law on her wedding day. Lady Rose Gilman. On her wedding day, Lady Rose wore the Ivey tiara. The tiara was given to Queen Mary as a wedding gift by Lord and Lady Ivey, also known as Edward and Adelaide Guinness, and eventually passed down to Lady Rose's mother, Birgit, Duchess of Gloucester. Laura Lopez. Laura Lopez, daughter of Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, wore a family heirloom, the Cubit Shan tiara, on her wedding day. The diadem once belonged to Camilla's grandmother, Sonia Cubit, and later to Camilla's mother, Rosalind Shand. The floral tiara was also worn by Camilla at her first wedding to Andrew in 1973. Claire Windsor, Countess of Ulster. Although little is known about Claire Windsor's wedding jewelry, it is believed that the diamond diadem is one of 6 tiaras belonging to the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, relatives of Claire. Sophie, Countess of Wessex. Sophie married Prince Edward, the younger son of Queen Elizabeth, in 1999. The diamond tiara belonging to Queen Victoria was remodeled for Sophie by the royal court jeweler. Lady Sarah Chatto, daughter of Princess Margaret, on her wedding day, she wore the Snowdon floral tiara. The tiara consists of 3 diamond flower brooches that Anthony Armstrong Jones gifted to Princess Margaret as a wedding present in 1960. Serena Armstrong Jones, Countess Snowdon. Serena married David Armstrong Jones, the son of Princess Margaret and Anthony Armstrong Jones, wearing the lotus flower tiara, which belonged to Margaret. The diamond and pearl tiara was gifted to Princess Margaret by her mother in 1959. Lady Helen Taylor. Taylor, daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Kent, chose the Kent tiara with diamonds and pearl fringe for her wedding. Her mother, Catherine, also wore this magnificent tiara on her wedding day. It is believed that this tiara is a modified version of a bandeau tiara that once belonged to Queen Mary, according to order of splendor. Sarah, Duchess of York. Sarah wore a diamond and platinum tiara for her wedding to Prince Andrew, the Queen's second son. Often referred to as the York Diamond Tiara, it was purchased by the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh from Gerard. It is part of a set that includes a necklace, earrings, and bracelet gifted to Sarah by the Queen and Prince Philip as a wedding present. Princess Diana. Princess Diana wore the Spencer family tiara when she married Prince Charles. Composed of many decorations, the central part of the tiara was gifted to Lady Sarah Spencer by Cynthia Spencer, Countess Spencer, on her wedding day in 1919. It was remounted with new elements made by Gerard in 1937. Diana's sisters, Lady Sarah and Jane, also wore the tiara on their wedding day, as did Victoria Lockwood, who married Diana's brother Charles in 1989. Princess Michael of Kent. Princess Michael, also known as Marie Christine, wore her tiara only at the ball held after the wedding, not during the wedding ceremony itself. For the celebration, she chose the Kent City of London fringe tiara, which was originally gifted to her mother-in-law, Princess Marina, Duchess of Kent, by the City of London on her wedding day in 1934. After Princess Marina's death in 1968, the tiara passed to her husband, Prince Michael. It has also been worn by Princess Alexandra of Kent and by Prince Michael's daughter, Gabriella Windsor, on their wedding days. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth, chose the Russian fringe tiara of Queen Mary for her wedding to Mark Phillips, a tiara of special significance. The diadem features 47 diamond scrolls along with smaller diamond spikes and was made by Gerard. Princess Alexandra of Kent. On her wedding day, Princess Alexandra of Kent wore the Kent City of London fringe tiara, borrowed from her mother, Princess Marina. This stunning tiara was gifted to Marina on her wedding day in 1934. Catherine, Duchess of Kent. Catherine, Duchess of Kent, married Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, wearing a tiara adorned with diamonds and a pearl fringe. The tiara was a gift from her mother-in-law, Princess Marina, and she often wore it. Princess Margaret. On her wedding day, Margaret wore the Poltimore tiara, which was purchased at the time of her engagement announcement to Anthony Armstrong Jones. Gerard created the tiara in the 1870s for Lady Florence Poltimore. Unfortunately, the magnificent piece was sold at auction in 2006 after Margaret's death. Queen Elizabeth. On her wedding day, Queen Elizabeth wore the Russian fringe tiara of Queen Mary. This piece was made for Queen Mary, the grandmother of Queen Elizabeth, in 1919 and can also be worn as a necklace. It is known that Elizabeth's tiara broke on her wedding day, but it was quickly repaired. Princess Marina, Duchess of Kent. Princess Marina received this diamond fringe diadem from the City of London on her wedding day when she married Prince George, the Duke of Kent. Since then, the tiara has been known as the Kent City of London Fringe Tiara, and it has also been worn by Marina's daughter, Alexandra, and daughter-in-law, Marie Christine, on their wedding days. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. The mother of Queen Elizabeth wore the Strathmore tiara, which was a wedding gift from her father, the Earl of Strathmore. The diadem is likely dated to the late 19th century and features a diamond-set garland of roses cut in the rose style.